So today we're tackling the high pressure world of pneumatic tire maintenance. As you can see, this tire currently possesses all the structural integrity of a wet sock. I think the beads are okay, but it's holding exactly 0 psi. Now I could use the entire contents of my next paycheck to go buy a new tire, but why do that when we can spend 2 hours inhaling possibly toxic fumes and wrestling with a pry bar? So let's see if we can coax some air back in this old lazy tire. I'm gonna get her off the rim. Alright, so I just put about 20 psi in it, and I'm gonna spray it with some soap. Just see if I can see where any of the cracks are. The tire's in pretty bad shape, so. Okay, so the whole thing is pretty much leaking. Yeah, pretty much everywhere. That's probably fine. Oop. Well, that's that side. What about the other side? I'm even gonna get into the tread right now. This side's definitely leaking too. Yeah, so the whole tire leaks. Well, it's got about 1,100 cracks in it. Any sort of professional tire guy would probably say that this is a blowout hazard. But we're DIY guys, right? We understand that those cracks are just a cry for attention. And today, we're answering that cry with 10 ounces of construction grade adhesive. We're going to be using Power Grab from Loctite. The reason I'm using this is because I have it laying around. Now the manufacturer says this stuff is for mounting baseboards and gluing crown molding to drywall, but if you read between the lines, it clearly translates to rubber tire rejuvenator. We'll get this thing popped off the bead and then get it up here and get the ram off the wheel so I can go in there and smear stuff. Thing's already got about 20 or 30 years of slime, or I don't know what that is. Run flat. Something was in there. The beads don't look too bad actually, but I'm gonna clean them up. So I'm gonna get pretty jiggy with it, put a whole bunch in there. I'm gonna get real liberal with the coating, baby. So I'm gonna get in there with my little blade and I'm gonna really just try to work it in all the little crevices. This is a terrible idea. Just really try to work it in there. Just kind of think of it as a think of it as a spa day for neglected lawnmower tires. We're doing a deep tissue mud mask here. Whatever dirt in there is just gonna Gonna help fill in the cracks. I'm gonna put the camera up and I'll come back to it. So that got really messy. I ended up just having to kind of smear it in there with my hands so I could try to get it, you know, in all the right places. And try to clean this off of a bead and then let it dry for a little bit. Preliminary testing showed no promise, so I figured I'd let it dry overnight. Pumped it up again, and as you may have guessed, no bueno. I think part of it, maybe it needs to be a little more liquidy so it kind of creeps in all the cracks and whatnot. But we're not going to admit defeat too easily. We're just going to lower our standards. Let's move to plan B. I'm moving to plan B. So I found an old half-empty 5-gallon bucket of latex paint that I've been too lazy to take to recycling. It smells like a swamp's butthole, but rubber is rubber, right? Right. So I'm going to pop the bead off this tire real quick. Pour about half a gallon of latex paint in there. Roll it around like a bingo drum and hope this paint has some sort of magical properties. Well, I thought the camera was recording. It weren't. But I got a whole bunch of paint poured down in there. It's basically filling the bottom half. Well, not the whole half, just the bottom part of the other side of the wheel. So I'm going to put some air in it. So it's had about 20 minutes in the Georgia heat to dry up some. If this works, maybe I'm genius. If not, maybe I get covered in 12-year-old house paint. I got about 15 or 16 PSI in there, so I'm just going to roll it around and see if I can coat the whole tire with the paint. All right, now for the soak test. Look at that. Not a single bubble. Now, Big Tire doesn't want you to know this, but a tube of caulk, a decade-old bucket of house paint, and some stubbornness just saved me my next mortgage payment. Can it be balanced? Absolutely not. Will it wobble at 4 miles an hour? heavily. But does it hold air? Yes. For now. Now 3 more to go.